Wait, what are we doing?
Yo, you know.
No.
Podcast.
Wait a minute. You hear that?
Podcast.
What is it?
I don't know. It sounds like it's getting closer. What the fuck is that? That's right. Rotten Mornings Podcast is coming back at you for season 11. The same old blah blah bullshit you've always expected from us. Remember Rotten Mornings Podcast? Season 11.
I forgot that part.
He said,
Okay.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rotten Mornings.
I sit back, because it's stupid.
You want to see my pecker?
Thank you, Azazel.
Yeah. You put that on here. That's something we need to remember that we did.
You want to see my peck?
Welcome back to another episode.
Nobody wants to see your pecker,
Carrie
Carrie.
is the loudest.
Put your pecker away!
So yeah, good morning. Hello.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Welcome to this newest episode of Rotten Mornings.
What?
I'm Matt.
I'm Grim.
I'm Carrie.
God
She
damn it,
is.
Carrie.
And we want to start off the episode by doing a little recap on all the fun time we've had in the past 2 weeks.
Don't think about it too well.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing we did that we're going to talk about is we did a food review of the Rougarou. The Rougarou.
Yeah, it was very good. Nolan style food with
It was good
really
food.
cool eating areas.
Shrimp po' boy.
Shrimp po'
Yes.
boys.
So yummy.
And you got what? You got some kind of burger or something?
Yeah, I had some kind of burger.
I had something with candied jalapenos.
Yeah, it was delicious.
And chicken
I
or
love how
something.
you say jalapeno. That's cool.
Do you?
Matt unhinged his jaw.
I did. I had to unhinge my jaw
For his worms.
for my worms. Hello, worms. Here, I'll unhinge my jaw for you. The little worms were like, I was like, okay.
But it was good food, and we got rained on, and it was just nice, beautiful rain.
It was very New Orleans style.
Rain.
Like with the rain coming down and it being all gloomy and just being under like a little hutch roof type
They
of
had
thing.
different taxidermy things and like war props and like lots of beads everywhere, and I love the ambiance.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
Yes. So cool.
It was.
Okay, so what the fuck else did we do?
We
Stuff.
had a meeting.
That's right. We
Oh yeah.
we had to get together with a bunch of the haunt owners. We went and had
Yes. The ones that were able to make it.
yes, the ones that were able to make it. A couple of them couldn't make it, but that's
Yes,
cool.
rest in peace, you guys.
Aww.
So we had David and I cannot remember the other guy's name from Warehouse 31.
Well, that was our
Super
first
nice
time meeting
dude.
him,
Yeah, it
and
was
we
first time meeting him.
absolutely loved him and his energy and like all. The whole thing went so well. Like
And
I
we
just,
had Nick.
Yes.
and we all liked it
from
stupid.
Nightmare, and Tim from Hellbilly Hollow, and
Yes.
Shane from the City of Chaos.
Yes, and we also had Adam there.
And Adam
Yes.
and another and
Did you say Tiny?
and Tiny was there from
Yes.
Hellbilly Hollow.
Yes. We had the three of us there as well.
It was
Yes,
so much
the dumb
fun.
of us.
Yes.
But it was awesome being able to have all those people like
Yes.
sit down and conversate together, and
Yes.
'cause I really like seeing that grow. That's like our end goal here is to have everybody linked up and communicating and getting along and pushing the industry forward. So it was like,
Yes.
it was a real big like pat on our own backs for pulling that one off.
But we met at the warehouse that will one day be a haunt called
Yes.
Conjure.
Called Conjure.
Yes, it
We're
is
so
owned by
excited.
Mambo Baptiste,
Yes, and that she runs Magic City Conjure
Yes.
in downtown Birmingham.
as well as other businesses and lots of other ventures.
Yes.
And it's only 3 minutes from Sloss, so it's technically gonna be the in
Yeah.
lieu of Sloss place.
Yes. So I'm glad there's going to be a place in downtown Birmingham to go get your scare on at.
I'm so excited.
So fucking excited.
Love Mama.
And after we had the meeting, we went and got some coffee.
We did. We got coffee at Magic City Conjure.
So good.
Oh my god!
And
And
you
there was
bought
a
some-
doggy.
And there was a doggy.
Oh my god!
And you bought some books and you bought
Yes.
some different things as well.
Yes.
So they have some
Yes.
really cool stuff there.
Love
Yes.
everything I got so much.
And
I got
y'all
a book
got
on candle
coffee
magic
that,
by Madame
Ooh, that
Pamita.
coffee
that
was
Mambo
so
made for
good.
you.
She made
Oh
that
my
coffee
god, I love her
perfectly.
coffee. I love it. Last time I got a chai latte. This time she brewed up whatever for us, and it was so fucking good. I don't
think
even know
it
what
was
it was.
toffee nut and caramel.
I don't
is what
know.
she said.
And that
Right.
dog was fucking
I
adorable. It would
love
not
that
leave that
dog.
one dude alone
I
at
know.
all.
Oh, she's the cutest little baby. So fluffy.
I know. Very well trained dog too.
Yeah, a
Yes.
sweetheart. A veritable sweetheart.
And then a few nights later, we had to watch a fucking movie that we did not want to watch, thanks to Matt.
They did not want to watch it. They only
No.
figured out they didn't want to watch it after watching it because they
Carrie
didn't
really
like it.
hated it.
I'm glad we already reviewed this because I refuse to speak on this shit.
Oh, yes, they watched In the
Don't-
Mouth of Madness,
no.
and apparently they did not care
Wait, no,
for it.
that we're talking about Event Horizon.
I don't know what that
Event
is.
Horizon. Event Horizon.
What's that?
I keep doing those
What's
backwards.
that? But don't tell
Yes.
me.
Yes, and so in our last podcast, we did a review. It was after the interview on Morning Friends with ROTN, with Demonica and Nightmare, and that was a hilarious review. So go check that out, and a great
Yes.
interview too with Demonica and Nightmare. It was
Yes,
a really
very
good
good
episode.
interview. It was so fun recording that. I absolutely
And-
love them.
Yeah, and so yeah, you can go and listen to that interview and listen to our review for Event Horizon, our Shatter review.
But he gave us a choice to watch In the Mouth of Madness or Event Horizon, a space movie. And I was like, okay, space, we'll go with that. Bad choice, but we
Yep.
were probably going to have to watch it again anyway, so whatever. Then, like, the next day, the very next day, I think,
Yeah.
we played out in the sun. Well, Carrie did yoga, and
We
what else did you
cleaned the-
do?
I worked out and I have this tree that I work out in now.
Yeah, she has her own workout regimen
Yeah.
She has
with
a
trees.
hump
Check it
tree.
out on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to do it.
But we cleaned up Matt's huge hoard of bullshit. So we're
Yep.
gonna have a garden
it's all
soon.
gone. It's all gone.
We're gonna have a garden, a place where everybody can play their music or do yoga or do whatever out there and just relax, even when it's raining, because we'll be covered.
You said horde, and it made me think instead of World War Z, it's World War Trash.
God damn it, Carrie.
World War match trash.
World whore trash.
And then while we were doing all that, like in the midst of it, I started creating different goddess tiaras, different crowns, headpieces for a giveaway that you can enter in on YouTube.
That's
you will
right.
know all about it on YouTube soon.
Yes, we will have a lot of information about that. We're just trying to get a couple more people subbed up on the channel so we can give you all that information.
Yes, I'm
It's
going to make
so
a
pretty,
few,
so pretty.
probably 3 more for it, maybe.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, yes, I love creating things, so this was very fun. Very expensive, but very fun. So, yes, subscribe to Rotten Reviews YouTube to find out more.
Yes, plug
ROTN reviews.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, we also found out that in Sanitarium, we'll be doing what they're calling the Creatures Art Festival, which is a
Yes.
sort of a art festival on the grounds of Sanitarium, and we are going to be getting a booth there.
Yes, and
For
to be
Rotten.
safe, no pets allowed. Just saying, because there's going to be different items there for sale, whatever. You don't want to bring your pets and mess anything up. Because
Yes.
some pets are, not trained. But it's all ages are invited.
Yeah, and it should be fun. They're going to have some of their characters out there, and they're doing makeup and stuff, and they'll have a bunch of different art vendors. So it should be a good time.
So April 30th at Insanitarium.
It's Sanitarium.
Come have fun
Go
with
support
us.
your local art.
Have fun with us.
It's free admission.
Yeah.
So go!
And support right now.
And so one of the other things that we found out is that ARCS is actually going to be open for
yes.
a springtime thing, or spring, I guess we call it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're calling it Scream Break.
I love that.
Whoop.
And they're opening March 31st and April the 1st for a springtime haunt, which is awesome. I love to see that. Now,
or be circle.
we're hopefully we'll have a couple of people that'll be able to go, but me and Grim will be in Kentucky
Yes.
at Fear Expo, and we get to go through 6 haunts on Thursday.
Yes.
And that should be fun because we actually get to visit Waverly Hills and a bunch of other haunts up there.
And I do so wish Carrie could be there too, but because of work and school, she will not be able to.
But
Yes.
I will be at Scream Break, so
Yes.
make sure you see me there.
Yes.
Yes, and maybe she'll get a chance to go live and show everybody what it's like and what's going on.
I definitely will. I will be live. So,
yes,
yay!
yes.
Scream Break.
So be checking Rotten Reviews Facebook for that live so you can see all about it and we can all watch along with her.
And of course, when we get to Kentucky, we're going to have a ton of different lives and content
Yes.
and videos for all of you guys. We'll be putting together a sort of a blog of the show floor, and we'll have a ton of stuff for everybody to check out
Yes.
from Fear Expo this year. And it should be a hoot of a good time.
It should be, yes.
And then another thing that we did was we did a live with Azazel on the Clown Quartel Georgia page, where we watched spooky dooky videos.
Yes, and that was fun. We love you, Azazel!
We called them out for being poorly done and stupid.
It was a booger picking time.
And it went so well that we're doing it again this Friday. So.
Yes!
I stuck my toe up in my nose. I'm serious.
But
Go watch it.
that was fucking hilarious, and I like that the little graphic that I made of it is Azazel with the severed penis trying to put it in the mouth, and a bunch of people were like, "His finger looks like a penis," and it's like, no, that's like literally that's a literal chopped off penis.
Yes.
It's not his finger.
Yes, I know Tammy had mentioned that under my post. Yes. Good eye.
And then just last night we watched In the Mouth of Madness.
We did, and we had our babies again.
Yeah.
I had my bunny, and Carrie had her spider.
And you will hear that review in this episode. It's kind of toward the end.
And for those that
Yes.
don't know, Spidey is fixed now. He's
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Dr. Carrie fixed him.
He's
Nick.
fixed, but he won't be having any mini Spideys anytime soon.
Oh, yeah.
And while we were cleaning up the porch today, you know, all the effort that I put into cleaning up the porch, I got a lot of gains.
God damn it, Matt! What if I fucking
Oh
piece
my
of shit? I
God.
hate you. Oh my God!
And
shut
that
up.
was corny.
all day long with that fucking same shit. Fuck
So
you, you piece of fucking garbage
corny.
ass bitch!
Corny.
But we had a lot of gains
Carrie,
today.
stop fucking the
Horny.
microphone!
Are you saying horny?
I said corny.
Oh, it sounds like... Okay.
No,
Anyways.
I'm saying corny.
So if any of you guys were paying attention, you would notice all the gains I got today.
Okay, anyway, besides that, we were
Games.
outside, all of us, honoring nature, being barefoot, Carrie being half naked. I mean, what more do we typically do on a Sunday?
And we were live.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, that was... We haven't seen you in 2 weeks, guys, so good talking to you. We also have confirmed, hopefully the next episode of Morning Friends Will Rotten will be Evan Mannix.
Yes. Gonna
So
be
that
awesome.
should be super duper duper fun. Can't wait to put him on the spot, and it should be a hoot.
Into the spotlight.
Into the spotlight.
Red
Yes.
chair time.
So we do a
Just kidding.
shit ton of shit. And in between all of that, we're constantly filming what we can, like behind the scenes shit, doing
Yep.
TikToks,
Yep.
just trying to study up for what we're going to talk about for this.
At Conjure and filming a few shorts to start posting. We got their TikTok now, so we'll start posting TikToks to their account, and
so many good photos.
doing commercials and shit. And there's a lot of photos.
Oh,
So
So
Yes.
good, so
A lot
good.
of
You guys are
photos.
gonna love them.
We are constantly doing shit all day long. That's all we do.
And you're gonna love it. So
Yes.
many good things coming this year.
And we actually, I guess we could tell them like that we named the new series.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Let's announce.
We finally got the new series named, and like pretty much like I've got almost everything I need to finish it. It's just I got to put in the work finishing, but it will be called the retconning.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Presents the retconning.
The redconning. I love it.
Retconning.
Retconning. Yes.
Retconning.
It's a play off the reckoning and the
Raccoons.
term retcon. Raccooning.
Reckoning.
I think it's pretty fitting.
So yeah, that's news for you guys. So if you
Trash
heard it,
panda.
you heard it.
Trash panda!
Oh yeah, there was a trash panda at my job this week. That was fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
I seen it. It was in a
was
garbage
in a trash
It
can.
was like, yo, what up, dog?
We let it out, and then it ran after somebody,
It
and they ran
dived.
away.
Yeah, I did a dive and a somersault and, licked Carrie on the foot and ran off.
Yep.
It did a little tap dance show. It had
It
one of
did.
those little straw hats.
Stuck to my toes. It felt very weird.
It was weird. It
That's
was from that point on
rabies.
that Carrie knew that something was wrong with her.
Carrie's got the rabies.
She's got the raccoons.
I got the raccoons.
I got the rabies.
I got all the raccoons in the back. I got the raccoons in the back.
All right, listen to this. Done.
All right,
Done. I'm
guys.
out.
So that's our recap.
That's all, folks.
Stay tuned for whatever the hell this episode is going to be, because we don't really know what this episode is going to be.
I have no idea.
But we know there is definitely a movie review in this episode. So
What are we doing?
yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, okay. Stay rotten.
You know what? Next, we're gonna do your horoscope. So just stay tuned for your horoscopes.
Yes.
Bye.
Stay rotten, guys.
Stay rotten.
Stay rotten.
Have you ever wished to hear your horoscope and the Rotten Mornings podcast at the same time? Now you can. Welcome to Carrie's Astro Bites. Hey guys, and welcome back to Carrie's Astro Bites, your weekly horoscope that you only get once every 3 weeks.
Here's your daily 3-week horoscope.
You're welcome. This week is the week of March 5th, and there's a full moon Tuesday in Virgo. So, let's get down to it. Aries, a significant emotional connection may result from a sense of family or nurturing. Make sure to create the space for these special bonds. Taurus, you may be ready to commit the hours it takes to perfect an instrument or other particular interest. You'll find out this week. Gemini, Tuesday's full moon is a direct challenge to your sign. You must balance details or duties around home, family, and health. Cancers, being a stickler for the rules or not taking action without the entire plan won't fly this week. Lean into your natural, intuitive process for the best results. Leos, the beginning of the week may create friction between what you know to be true versus what you expect from a significant other. So try to silence the side noise if possible. The good news is you will have the confidence and clarity to move forward toward the end of the week. Virgos, the full moon this week will be helping you build your skills for more meaningful relationships, particularly with partners who are very different than you and who inspire you to grow out of your comfort zone. Libra, realize that the quality of your results is largely determined by the quality of your habits. Choose new habits if you really want to succeed. Scorpios, protect your joy and regulate the behaviors that you make you feel less than. You are your biggest worst enemy. Sagittarius, this week you're going to heal your relationship with family, cultivate belonging, and build stronger roots in the people and places that feel like home to you. Capricorns, apply your wisdom. You've got it, but this week is great for you to broaden how you apply it. Learn more communicative styles. You will be motivated to approach your mindfulness, communication, and active listening very differently. Aquarius, tell them what you think and how you feel, despite the fear of rejection. Something tells us things will turn out to be better than you could imagine. Let confidence become your superpower. You already know it's there. Pisces, The process of getting in alignment with your desires will require you to eliminate what no longer resonates, and that's okay. Sometimes it's hard to let go, but you have the strength, courage, and wisdom required to set these given changes into motion. Well, guys, that's all for Carrie's Astrobites. I'm so glad that you tuned in for this. You know, this full moon's going to be great. And fun fact, Pisces, guess what?
What?
Saturn's going to be in Pisces for the next 2.5 years.
Woo!
So, if you're into astrology, go look at what that means for your sign these next 2.5 years, guys. Look at that.
My favorite part was when you talked about the insignificant otters.
Yeah, otters, you know, they build dams and stuff.
Damn.
Yep.
Just kidding,
Well,
beavers
damn.
build.
All right,
Beavers
guys,
build
we'll
dams.
be back with your daily horoscope in 3 weeks.
Yeah, all right, you get your daily horoscope in 3 weeks. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye
See y'all
now.
later.
Okay, guys, and welcome back to another segment of this
Matt's a
episode
bitch.
of Rotten Mornings. Scoot over here.
No, my foot's gonna talk. My
Yeah.
foot's right there.
I'm doing
Let my
it,
foot
talking.
talk. Ow!
Ow! Ow!
As you guys can hear, it's been a wonderful night at the Rotten House tonight.
Carrie, don't you dare.
Lots
Stop, Matt!
of fun things to see.
Yeah, you guys want to hear Carrie's song? Mio, Mio.
No!
Mio.
I don't know what you're even saying.
That's her
God
song.
damn it, no!
So, come over here.
No!
You're too far away from the mic.
Stop!
It won't pick you up.
I
I'm
hate
gonna
you.
leave.
Come on.
I hate you. My foot's gonna do it.
Your
I
foot
hate you
isn't even
too
over
now.
here.
My foot, look, my
Nope.
foot's coming back right
Nope.
now.
No.
Why can't my foot come? Why? Ow!
Come here.
Why can't
Call
my,
the police!
Why can't my foot come? Because that's not where that comes from.
God damn it.
That's not anatomy.
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm teaching anatomy.
Yeah. No, come over here.
I don't want to be a part of this class.
You have to scoot up to the mic.
I never liked class.
Your sound is going to be too
Well, you
low.
said something about cum coming out of your foot.
Clearly you did not go to class, you fucking idiot. Okay, so we
Class is
watched
over.
In the Mouth of Madness tonight.
We did?
And they hadn't seen
When
it
did
before.
we do that?
It's a John Carpenter directed H.P. Lovecraft adaptation, and I really enjoy the shit out of this movie. I also enjoyed the last one, but they did not. So
That was terrible.
Let's
Okay.
not talk about the last one.
yeah,
Yeah.
So-
Don't bring it up. Rest in peace.
Grim. What do you got to say about In the Mouth of Madness?
There was tentacle porn. It was
Yay.
great. I love tentacles.
Beto, Beto, Beto,
Yeah.
Beto.
Oh, this is going super well.
A+.
Okay, Carrie, your turn, I guess.
I guess. I mean, go get it, I guess.
What did you think about In the Mouth of Madness? Grimm's brick wall in it.
What did I think about this? Well, you see... So, this movie was pretty all over the place, but, to be honest, I liked it for it. And I liked that... I don't know, a lot of it I just was not expecting. And I like when a movie can do that to me. So, A+.
I was
which
a
makes
little
sense 'cause
nervous
it's
about the
Lovecraft.
fact that this shares in common with Event Horizon that there are a lot of really fast-paced cutaway gore scenes. And
Are you seriously talking about Event
Yes.
Horizon right
Ah!
now? You said that.
but this one has a lot more like in-your-face stuff. And I love the idea of the book being a religion and mass hysteria, like people all believing one thing into existence.
Yes.
I thought of it more as the book was a virus that bled out into the children and everyone else. Like, because they were more susceptible to get it because they're younger and frail.
Like a zombie outbreak.
Yeah, that's what I envisioned was happening.
Well, to me, it's like the idea of like Freddy Krueger and shit. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
Like, because so many people started believing in Krueger, he had enough power to become real, to like infect other people. And with this, it was like how he said he was more popular than the Bible, which is like, I don't know, like the Bible kind of sucks. It's kind of poorly written and has a lot of like contradictions in it. So
And will lead everyone astray.
so that's a hard comparison to draw. But yeah, he did it. I really love the creatures in this.
Yeah.
Again, I have literally played that hallway scene in slow motion to get more, like, to see all the shit that's in that shot, and there's a lot.
Carrie and I love the old lady. Holy fuck.
Yes.
She had her husband chained to her ankle and was just like kicking the shit out of him, like, shut the fuck up, bitch, and dragging him around everywhere.
Drag that motherfucker.
What was another thing that was really cool is like how each one of the characters in Hobbs End had like a running story, but you didn't know what the story was. But they had like, you were coming into the middle of like this other story with like, why is the old lady's fucking husband chained to her ankle? Why the fuck is she a tentacle monster? You know, why the fuck is the kid, the father of the kid being attacked by the kid? Like, there were all these storylines going for each character, but they didn't go into them. They just kind of give you a glimpse of where they're at in their storyline.
So many twists and turns.
I would have loved to see the details played out more as far as the interconnection of the townspeople and Hobbs or whatever. But at the same time, that would have probably taken forever.
Yeah, it would have
I don't
taken
want to sit here
forever.
forever and watch it.
No.
I like that they condensed it and used a lot of foreshadowing and like her talking about the book to give a little bit more of their story to the audience.
Yes.
Because she was like, this person is this person, and so on and so forth. But I really, really enjoyed that. I love the... there's kind of hit and miss effects in this. A lot of the distorted faces didn't look that good, but then the kids' faces looked really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you said about the girl, like how the girl was all like nervous about everything.
Yeah, the progression from when she had started to the realizations to she's a part of it. Like, all of that was very fun to watch play out.
You were talking about how she was afraid of everything, and then these fucking zombie kids come up to her out of nowhere, and she's just like, yeah, zombie kids, whatever.
But then she's afraid of the door
and
slamming
then it's
after
like,
that.
oh, fuck a door!
Like, oh, fuck a door! Oh, fuck a door!
Fuck a door!
But in the beginning, when she was going, like, when she was tripping, pretty much, seeing nothing, and then she was going through the bridge, and it was like she could see metal, but then as soon as she comes out, that was when it came back to reality. I loved how that transitioned.
Yeah. And they do that reference again at the end when he's running down that hallway. It's again the same hallway that it was that she was driving over to come into the town.
Mm-hmm.
Because you saw those circular windows that were flashing by at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I like that when she first comes into town, she can't see the road, so she doesn't stop.
And Carrie was talking
She
about
looked
that
out
shit.
the window and there's like clouds, so now she's in the fucking Harry Potter car out of nowhere. And then she still doesn't stop, and then she comes into the tunnel and she's driving and still doesn't stop, and there's all this fucking crazy shit going on, and then she comes out of the tunnel and then she stops.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you're driving.
Like, after all of that, and you didn't try to pee in the air like that?
Pee in the air.
Like, missed
I
opportunity.
can feel you peeing in the air.
I can't see
tonight.
anything right now, but I'm gonna speed up. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. I also like that like there were certain parts where somebody just did something really fucking ridiculous. Like when he first pulled up on the mob and all those mutant people were dancing around the girl, and that one guy comes running up to him and he's like, "Fuck you!" And then he just goes running off.
He scurries off with the hatchet.
It's fucking hilarious.
He like stops and looks at him like, "Yeah, I'm about to kill you. Fuck you."
Hey, fuck you. Boom. And he takes off running.
I'd probably laugh.
And yeah.
That old man on the bicycle getting ran over like that.
Oh, y'all laughed your
fucking
asses off
awesome.
That
at
was
that
so
shit.
funny.
And then he was like, "He won't let me leave. Sorry, gotta leave."
Pedals away like that. Waddle, waddle, waddle.
There's a thing in this movie, like, because I've seen this movie a couple of times, every time I'm on, like, an old back road and it's dark and all I can see is the yellow lines on the road.
You hope to hit an old man?
I hope I can run over an old man on a bicycle.
Okay, so
I didn't know
what
you
you're
were
gonna
really
learn
gonna
today
say that.
is don't ride bikes at night because
Yes.
that may run you over.
And be like, "Man, that ain't reality. I didn't hit that guy. Sutter Kane made me do it. He wrote me this way."
Put your bikes up after midnight.
And you know, the whole, like, okay, first off, Charlton Heston being randomly in this movie is so like, oh, there's Charlton Heston, look at him. And him saying that he never sent the girl, so everything was completely bullshit. And that he delivered the fucking book and it had been out for like 6 months or some shit like that already. Like, we're huge portions of time missing and he wasn't in the insane asylum. And then all of a sudden he was in the insane asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That back and forth like that, I couldn't piece it together very well. But it was fucking jumpy to me. Very much all over the place. Like, I feel like it wasn't as explained as it should have been. I'm not saying give it to me on a silver platter like that. Like, more of the scene. I feel like there was a lot of scenes that were missing.
What it seems to me like there's a huge space in the production where you go from the beginning of the movie is, of course, the end where he's in the insane asylum.
Mm-hmm.
He explains his whole story, and then it ends up with him back in the insane asylum. The problem is that they miss the part of the story where he actually got admitted to the insane asylum.
Yeah.
Because they show it at the beginning, him being drug in and kicking the guy in the nuts. But why and how did he end up in the position of being drugged into the insane asylum?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the one part that's kind of skipped there.
It is.
But, hilarious, fun movie. I like it. I liked
it.
the whole...
It wasn't the
ending
greatest,
with him watching the
it was
movie
fun
and
laughing
laughing at his like folly and how stupid he was.
Mm-hmm.
That's always been one of my favorite endings to a movie is like
And
somebody watching their own movie and being like, "God damn, this is ridiculous."
But because the movie and he was so bad, it was like this soul crushing. In the end, like, oh god, I suck.
Fuck me. Even the guy with a demon like fucking stapled to his butthole got some loving, and I didn't get shit.
Oh, you turned it down, bitch.
Yeah.
You didn't get shit.
That
You could
fucking
have.
cockeyed girl was ready to give you some. I don't mean she had a cock eye. I just meant she liked looking at cock.
Yeah, I know what
That's
you
got
meant.
that
I
old
know what
cock
you
eye.
mean, you stupid bitch. You don't have to explain it.
I'm just saying.
Nobody gives a shit. Shut up.
So, yeah, In the Mouth of Madness. Like, anything else you guys want to say? I like the way the creatures looked a lot, especially, like, in the painting. When they were, like, all creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way the grandmother looked. I'm glad they didn't light up the front, because I'm pretty sure it looked really bad.
What? I didn't understand, though. So, John said that the girl told him that the old lady painted the picture, and she's like, I didn't fucking do that shit. And, like, what was the point of all of that? Like...
Okay, so I think that putting the pieces together of the different parts of the story, that it's a Dorian Gray type of thing, and the painting itself is her and the old man in the garden, and possibly she had sold like bought that painting or something. You know, there's some other story to it that probably has to do with like wanting to be youthful or well off or whatever.
Okay.
And then the painting becomes a curse, kind of like Dorian Gray. And as it progressively changes, she starts losing her mind.
Okay.
And then in the end, she's like the tentacle creature. And she's trying to chop her husband loose from her because he was still human. And she was not anymore.
Okay.
And you saw that the poster had turned into tentacle creatures. And then she was a tentacle creature now. So it's almost like the poster was showing a part of their story progressing forward.
Got it.
And that's, again, just another storyline that was kind of underscored for a character he ran into and didn't go deep into the storyline. But you can almost infer it from the references and her talking about the story before. Because when she was talking about the old lady made the painting, that doesn't necessarily mean the old lady painted the painting.
Okay.
It means it could have been some sort of a magical agreement or something like that the painting references the actual obligation. Sort of like the picture of Dorian Gray. Yeah.
I will say I like this
Interesting.
movie, but like you guys are saying, it just... We need more meat. Give us
Yes.
more meat.
Yes. I don't like bone chicken.
To me, when you
No
look
bone
at this
chicken.
and
No
you look
bone
at like
chicken.
the way H.P. Lovecraft writes his stuff, is like H.P. Lovecraft will explain the most minute, like a rock on the fucking wall in detail, and then skip over like these like amount like in like and the old ones came down and killed like 100 people. Anyways, there was this floor tile and it was made of blue lacquer. and that's kind of how this movie runs too, is it like it gets very descriptive about positioning but lacks the meat of like whenever you get to that part it's like yeah that's not the important part. The important part is that I'm going to drive you crazy by giving you just a little bit of it and then pulling it away. So the movie itself is almost like a tease, just like the book would have been.
Fucking bastards.
Deep.
Fucking tease.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about this movie is that this movie infers to the watcher that now that you've watched In the Mouth of Madness, you too are infected by In the Mouth of Madness. Because just like he watched it and started losing his mind, everybody that went and watched it, that's what was the final key. So when you watch this movie back in the day, it was like, oh, you watched the movie, you've unlocked the final key.
I think you got it backwards. We have infected them with the rotten by watching it.
Yeah, now it's been called In the Mouth of Rotten. Oh God, that's a completely different movie.
I'm
Rotten
scared.
Mouth of Madness.
The Rotten Mouth of Madness.
Into the mouth of rotten.
Madness in the Rotten Mouth. So yeah, guys, that's our run through of In the Mouth of Madness.
We're running through that mouth.
But they didn't hate it, so that's good.
I didn't like it, but there's that.
Well, that's this segment of
Give me my
Rotten
baby.
Mornings. We will see you guys again in a little bit.
Yeah.
With another...
Yay!
Stay rotten.
Stay rotten, guys.
Stay rotten.
Bitch. Hey, listeners, wanna choke me?
God damn it, Grim, that's not the lines we talked about.
Hey, listeners, wanna actually learn something here? Well, get a load of Grimm's poetry shorts. Welcome back to Grimm's Poetry Shorts. I am going to be reading something by Aleister Crowley, and let me start by saying I didn't know how much I would hate this guy when I first started doing this. All of this research on him. I fucking hate him. He is a piece of fucking literal garbage. All right, to the
I love how
poem.
you say his name, too. Aleister.
It's Aleister, is it not?
I say Alistair.
Aleister Crowley. Well, okay,
Yeah.
well, there's an I right there, so. There's an E and an I, so Aleister, that's two
Alistair.
letters. Okay, well, you're wrong. You're fucking wrong. I'm going to refer to him only as Crowley then.
Mr. Crowley.
I might pronounce it wrong and say
Mew,
Crawley,
mew, mew,
but that's okay.
mew.
Anyway.
Mr. Crowley.
Okay, shut up. So this is called The Poet. Bury me in a nameless grave. I came from God, the world to save. I brought them wisdom from above. They slew me, for I did disparage. Therefore religion, law, and marriage. So be my grave without a name, that earth may swallow up my shame. That's how I imagine he sounds every time he's, speaking in third person.
Close. It's very close. But he has that lisp, too.
Yes, he can't pronounce his R's.
Bury me in a nameless grave.
Did you know that he can't pronounce his R's because he's a fucking stupid bitch?
I hope we don't have any Alistair or however the fuck she said it, Crowley fans.
Yeah, you can get the fuck out right now. This guy was a racist, a fucking pedo, everything. He was everything. Fuck this guy. Anyway, he couldn't pronounce his R's because he said when he was born he was tongue-tied and the doctors had to cut his tongue, and that's why he can't pronounce his R's. Not just because he was born with a lisp, okay? He's got to have all these special fucking things. I think everything about this guy is bullshit, and he made it up, and all of his work was, how did I put it before? I don't even know. Regurgitated and altered to fit his stupid narrative about him being such a badass. And really, he's just a sad, snobby, lonely nerd.
And everybody, latches on to Aleister Crowley because they're like, oh, he preached about, doing what you want and indulging yourself. Oh. And it was like, no. Aleister was talking
to fit his
about
narrative.
Himself.
Yes, it was
he just wanted to fuck everybody in the ass.
He spoke in third person. How much more full of yourself can you fucking be?
Aleister does not have time for this conversation about Aleister because Aleister has a lot of important Aleister
I
things
hate him so much, and I hate when people speak in third person. That's the worst fucking thing. Right off the bat, when I knew that, I was like, fuck this guy, I hate him. I don't even like him. Anything about him.
Aleister Crowley, or the path of enlightenment through one man's butthole.
Yeah, lots of butt sex happened in his life. Yes. Aleister was an English occultist, philosopher, ceremonial magician, poet, painter, novelist, and mountaineer. Yeah.
Yeah, the mountaineer is the weirdest part.
Yeah, it was. But, rich people.
Yeah.
They gotta have their shit.
I'm gonna go climb a mountain, bros. In the name of Satan.
In the name of Satan. He didn't actually worship Satan.
No.
He was just,
an occultist.
An occultist, yeah. It was... Everything was centered around debunking, or, what was it? It's more so spites against God, I think. That's what it seemed like. Anything that was wrong against God was what fueled him.
Aleister set out to be the worst man in history. Mm-hmm. And not only did he exceed in being the worst man in history,
he was an extremist in that.
He was also the biggest piece of shit in history.
Yes,
up there with one of the biggest pieces of shit in history.
But he founded the religion of Thelema. I don't know how to say that right. Thelema, whatever. While taking the role of prophet, guiding humanity into Aeon of Horus. And with the Aeon of Horus, a messenger of the god Horus supposedly came to him and gave him scripture that he turned into some fucking book of law for his religion. It was all fucking delusional bullshit that was just pumping him up to be high and mighty.
It sounds like a lot of ways religious books have been written.
Yes. Well, he was brought up under extreme strict, old school God shit.
Don't wash your testicles because it's like you're touching yourself. Yes. And that's against the Lord.
Pretty sure he was uncircumcised. Pretty sure.
That's why the butt sex.
He was born October 12th, 1875 in Royal Leamington Spa, UK. Ugh. Yeah.
So he also had bad teeth.
You're so fucking stupid.
That's
Stop making
right.
that face. Stop it!
My name is Alistair Crowley. I'm from the UK. Nice to meet you.
I didn't understand this, but his belief was centered around this weird thought of do what thou wilt, then do nothing else.
Which actually was just for him because
It
he was
was.
like, look, I'm going to fuck most of you in the ass, and I'm going to have you fuck me in the ass.
That's
and
all he wanted was some ass pounding.
he wanted to be the bottom too. Like you always think like when somebody's like, dude, butt sex is the way to heaven, you're like, oh yeah, they're pitching. No, dude. He believed that being the catcher was the true form of heaven.
Practicers of thelema are called Thelemites. Like, how terrible is that? Thelemites?
I would say Thelemites.
Thelemites. Okay. Well, there's an E right there, so I think it's Thelemanites. Thelemanites? Thelemites. I don't fucking know.
I'm saying Thelemites.
Fucking nerd shit. But in his religion, he proclaimed himself to be prophet. Of course. What else would he be? He's obviously not a follower.
No, he's a poet.
Yeah,
Who
that's
writes
great.
garbage poetry.
His poetry is fucking shit. Everything from him is garbage. He was never anything good. He was second best. That's why he tried to make himself like.
He wasn't
this-
even second best. He was like way down the line of best. He was like 100.
No, I mean
best.
second best to himself anyway.
Oh yeah,
in
it's
his
true.
mind.
But him, like, you know, running into Oscar Wilde or meeting up with Oscar Wilde and
Yeah.
being like, what a pretentious douchebag. And it's like, Oscar Wilde is actually a laureate at poetry and writing.
It
and
was
like,
nothing but jealousy and envy. I swear. I just know what it was. I just know. But he also deemed this, everything that he was creating as far as religion, to be the new era called the Eon of Horus. And it's so fucking stupid. Like, I love Egyptology as much as the next person, but to base your life around getting messages and being in contact with these certain deities and whatever, like, and only you, like, that's nothing but some elitist fucking bullshit, whitewash bullshit.
Yep.
Like, trying to twist all of this different shit that's been around for fucking millennia into something that's only for you.
If
Like, you're the best?
Alistair
No.
Crowley would have been anything besides a white man, he would have been dead so fucking fast. It's not even funny how, like,
Yes. Well,
the
it's
whole
because he
town
was
would
so
have-
wealthy, too.
Yeah,
That's
and
why.
wealth.
He was able to
But
get away with it.
the wealth still ties into that being that white male.
Yes,
he
he
is the
was
epitome of
reaching
white male.
so hard in his delusions, and I know all of it was fucking made up and, like, drug-induced jumbo shit. So, some of the things that he claimed was, one of them was he was born with the mark of Buddha, like, as a birthmark. And, like I stated, he said that he was born tongue-tied, which made him extra special. They had to clip his tongue so he could say his words right. But it didn't work, obviously.
But the thing about the Buddha birthmark is that he says he was born with 4 hairs on his chest in the form of a swastika, but
Yes.
it was a Buddhist symbol to begin with before
Yes.
it was adopted by the Nazis.
I don't know if he was meaning that in the racist way or as
No.
in no.
Because Nazi, I could be wrong about this, but I think that was before Nazi. I'm not
You know?
exactly sure. That's a hard call for me. I
I
suck
think
at
they were
history.
trying to use that, but it wasn't like blown up at the time.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry, guys. We
Well,
are not history buffs, and we are not accurate with
No,
it.
we're not. But history is forever changing, so you never know. We could be right.
It's true.
But he became very obsessive with his beliefs of secret societies and anything that was elite that he could be introduced in or be indoctrinated in, and nobody else could be, because it made him feel like this is big bad person. And he was extremely fucking nerdy and harassed people into believing his beliefs all the fucking time. From pamphlets that he was giving out of whatever he was a part of. Like, he was just harassing people on the street and all kinds of shit all the fucking time because fuck! I hate it. It makes me so mad. If I would have, known him in this day and age, I probably would have just beat the shit out of him.
Let's get Alistair. Get him.
It would be like a fun pastime. Everybody kick the shit out of Alistair. His parents were very fucking good to him, as it was very strict religion, but he was allowed to get away with everything that he was doing. His parents loved him, treated him good, got him everything he ever wanted. They were brought up rich, and he was handed a silver platter. And he adored his dad, but hated his fucking mom, and he never really knew why, I guess. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but he hated his fucking mom. I don't understand that. Like, his mom was really good to him. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say, when it comes down to, somebody's family and how they feel about them and how the narrative is told through history. Mm-hmm. Aleister Crowley's mom was not well known. Aleister Crowley was. Yeah. So it's hard to say whether or not it was or wasn't a good parent. But I can promise you this. Based on how long ago it was, their parents probably didn't even give a fuck. They probably were like, okay, you're a kid, go, do whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because they're rich people back then.
Well,
and rich people definitely didn't watch over their kids or have anything to do with their kids.
Maybe that played into, as he had created his own commune when he was much older, the kids that was a part of the commune, nobody was keeping up with them, nobody was watching them, they were just running rampant. Maybe that was nobody was keeping up with me, this is how you raise a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Huh.
But, as we stated, his father was really, really strict in religion, and so strict that while he was dying, he refused medical treatment, and instead, he and his brethren of, the Plymouth colony, or whatever it was they were calling themselves, decided to do homeotherapy shit. And, of course, he died in 1886.
And he died.
Yeah, he died. You should have went to the fucking hospital, dude. Maybe you would have stayed around, but that's okay.
Alistair went on to do a lot of homeo.
Yes, well, that was his father. But his death created much change in the entire fucking house. For one, Alistair inherited $7.3 million. He didn't get that full settlement or full money, whatever, the full amount, until he was 21, but most of it he did get. And, of course, when he was older, he burned through that shit.
Yeah.
Immensely.
Yeah.
On very expensive bows and suits and all kinds of shit. He died very fucking poor and living in a shack pretty much. Oh, wah. Sorry, I gotta get some of that vape.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking inherited $7 million?
That'd be bad as fuck.
What was his dad doing?
I don't know.
I fucking didn't look into that.
Old money, probably.
But he also stopped worshiping God and lead more towards, not so much Satanism, but just, like I said, being spiteful towards God, in a way. Anything that was naughty, anything that was bad. He also looked at sex for the rest of his life. He looked at sex as a spiteful act towards God. That's why he liked it so much. That's all. It's got to be so fucking sad to see it that way.
Well, it's the whole idea
and
of
not being able to come out of that box.
How people are when I was a kid, we used to call people that dressed this certain way, oh, those cats are posers and stuff. And it was the cats that were really doing their own thing, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't pattern themselves off of anybody because they weren't posers. They were just doing what they do. Aleister Crowley was a fucking poser.
Oh, yes.
Everything he did was in retort to what somebody else was doing. If the other person wasn't doing it, he wouldn't have done it. So it's completely, it's that oxymoronic morality. You say that you're not based on Christianity, but if you're doing everything despite Christianity, then you're still holding on to its ruling. Because you believe that you are doing evil, because you believe that their rules are truthful.
Yes.
If you didn't believe in their rules, it wouldn't make any difference what you did.
At age 13, he tortured a cat to death in 9 different ways, including hanging, stabbing, drowning, and arsenic. And he even threw it out of the window. This poor cat.
Was he trying to prove if a cat had 9 lives for real?
I don't know, but because it was 9... I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's trying to kill it 9 times.
I guess so. I'm pretty sure it died, like, instantly. And he just kept doing that.
To a different cat? Or just kept doing it to the same dead-ass cat?
Same one.
All right, wake up. Knife 2 time.
He probably gave it, like, CPR each time.
Come on, cat. You're going to pull through. Let's get that next life kicking.
But no, everything he did, he took it to the extreme. And a young Crawley seduced his maid and fucked her in her mother's bed. In his mother's bed. So I thought that was, yeah, like, fuck you, Mom.
Alistair fucking the maids. Can you make up the bed after you're done? Thanks.
You're fucking stupid. Years after that, it was said that that same maid was killed by Jack the Ripper.
Oh, well, interesting.
Yeah. So, I did find that interesting. But his church, or the religious people that he was in, whatever it was, they fired a tutor that was tutoring Crawley because it was making him too happy. And I think it was because he was being introduced to a lot of secular thoughts that was outside of what they were believing in at the time. So a lot of secular shit that was influencing him.
There again.
Yes. Because of his strict religious upbringing, he always viewed sex as a naughty act against God. I just said that. Motherfucker, I wrote this down 5 times.
Like 5 times.
I wrote this down like 5 fucking times.
All right.
I'm never going to forget that.
Alistair did sex stuff.
Aliester.
No, that is not.
I swear it has to be.
No, it's Alistair.
No, that's 2 vowels there.
Okay, well, all right.
Okay,
We
Aliester.
agree to disagree.
No, I don't agree with you at all.
Alistair.
I don't agree with anything you say. But he almost blew himself up with a homemade bomb. And
He almost
his mom,
blew himself.
Yeah, he almost blew himself. He probably
up.
has many
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
And his mom gave him the nickname the Great Beast 666, which was probably all fucking made up by
Yes.
Aliester.
Yeah, he probably actually just told people that, yes, I almost blew myself up, and my mother, she called me the Great B666, and I will wear it for the rest of my life.
This little nerd.
Yeah, what a nerd.
Aw, that's so cute.
I'm going to write 666 in all my notebooks. I'm going to show the world I'm evil.
But as you could have guessed, he was bullied all throughout his freaking little kid life.
There's a shocker.
And had to move several schools.
I literally want to bully Alistair Crowley.
I want to bully him. This little fucking idiot. Piece of shit! But he discovered that he loved climbing and was very good at mountain climbing and yoga and meditation and anything that involved him being in his own mind.
Like everybody said, that Alistair was really good at magic, whatever the fuck that means, because everybody has
He was probably good at spinning what he read.
A different statement about what magic actually is, in a way.
Yes. But free climbing was a really big release for him. So, yeah, I mean, rich people.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
It's either climbing mountains or mounting that fellow over there.
But he came by 2 different people. One was Oscar, and one was like Julian or Julius. I guess it doesn't fucking matter. I'm pretty sure they were all pieces of shit if they liked him. But anyway, they became his mentors. Fuck! Mentors. These pieces of shit, man. I'm mad at them. I'm so mad at this. In different celestial outlooks, and what else was I doing? I can't fucking remember.
Molestial outlooks.
Probably. Of course, all butt sex.
All butt
I
sex.
mean, everything he was doing, it was all butt sex. Everything. But it was...
When they say that they became his mentor, they just mean that they would stick it in his butt more often than anyone else would.
Yes, that is true.
Yep.
Sorry about that. We just
happened.
fucking passed out. I don't know what happened. I guess the magic in there. Why are you always coughing? All you do is cough and pee and everything else. Okay, so anyway, his mentors, Julius or whatever the fuck, and Oscar, they were teaching him how to do magic while he was dreaming. And also, like, dream traveling and different things like that. So, yeah. Sleep sex.
Sleepy sex.
In the butthole. Crawley had sex of the butt. That's what I wrote. Crawley had sex of the butt for the first time and loved it. It changed him forever.
Sorry. I don't know what's happening.
I tell Matt before we start, turn the phone volume down and stuff, but, he forgets sometimes.
I don't forget anything. Where am I? Why are there pee in my pants? Who peed in these? Butt sex.
I think that he mostly enjoyed it because it was against society and God, and he would probably get in trouble for it because in a lot of places it was illegal.
Yeah, it was still illegal back in those days. Like
sex wasn't illegal, like homosexuality was.
Doing the booty.
Yes, it was.
The booty will get you thrown in the boot.
Yes.
See.
And I think he was about he was young. He was like maybe 20 or so, and he began dating a drag queen that he met through Oscar Wilde.
Interesting.
Yes, they were dating, and there was lots of butt sex.
More butt sex.
More butt sex.
So, can I get some more butt sex in this story? Great.
But the reason for all the butt sex, he was using it for ritual magic.
And like almost everything that Crowley referred to as magic meant sex.
Yes. That was his main way of accessing it or making it more powerful for him.
He would open his whole chakra.
So stupid! Oh my
God.
God. But Crawley, as Matt has said, hated Oscar Wilde so much, like so fucking much, hated the shit out of him. And we don't know why. Oscar never said or posted or written or did anything against Crowley. Never said anything about him. Probably didn't even know him.
So basically, Oscar Wilde didn't Facebook any dirt about Crowley.
He did not. He didn't post about it.
That's wild.
There's no tweets. There's no nothing.
And like Wilde was synonymous for like bashing people in his tweets.
Yes, but Crowley seemed in a lot of his work, early work and late work, to be very much inspired by Oscar Wilde. So I don't know why he hated him so much. Probably because everybody loved him. And it made Crowley jealous?
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Crowley's not a likable guy at all.
He's super narcissistic, even though he's not likable.
Yeah, his level of self-importance was through the roof.
Yeah. Pip, Pip, I've got a golden spoon in my butthole.
Butthole! But he joined and quickly quit the Illuminati because it was boring.
Yeah, Crowley was like, oh, the Illuminati.
He was also obsessed with the Holy Grail.
Yes, again, more belief in actual, standard religious Christian religion and how he buys into their thing by like, oh, I don't agree with you people, but I'll follow your rules.
Yes. And Crowley published 7 different books, very expensive artwork, book covers, like everything that you could do. He poured like so much money into it and charged so much for the work, but no one bought any. I mean, it's
this will be my greatest work. Nobody wants it. Go fuck yourself, you rich piece of shit.
Like, imagine having a book signing and nobody shows up.
That's pretty much where we would be at right now. Like, hey guys, ROTN's gonna be signing copies of the movie, and we're just
say that, but I mean, luckily we are
more famous than Aleister Crowley.
We are. Holy fuck!
Shit.
His lifetime sucked.
With a lot less butt sex, or more, you'll never know.
As a child, he went ice skating and fell on the blade of a skate and ripped his taint open, leaving him with lifelong problems such as dick leakage.
Again, this is from Aleister's mouth, not anybody else's.
I mean, I think a lot of people could attest to the leakage.
Yes,
that would happen all the time.
Nobody would. There's no proof that he fell on a...
I think he was born very fucking decrepit in a way, and he had so many problems, but he didn't want to blame it on that.
He was born a wizard, because all wizards are like old people anyways. So he was just born old.
But he knew nothing about alchemy, and one day held a class on it, and pretty much sounded like a fucking babbling idiot, but he was trying to spin it in a way that could con people into thinking that he knew something.
I could just see Aleister Crowley up there like, no, wait a minute, I will turn this silver into gold. Hold on. Just,
yes.
First of all, you're going to have to imagine the silver is Gold. Now, you see the gold here. That is the silver. It's gold now. Yeah, alchemy!
And that's how the guy, Julian Baker, stepped up and was like, hey, I'm going to teach you. You know, you fucking suck. Let me show you a little something.
Let me show you some alchemy. Butt sex. And what he really meant was, I'd like to take you out for a nice candlelit dinner, maybe have a steak or two, sit in front of a fire, stick it in your butt.
Yeah, yes. And he also showed him a lot on astral projecting and whatnot. So,
Asshole projecting, yeah, I've heard that.
So fucking dumb! And through him, Baker
Literally
helped him have more powerful visions, and he was able to conjure and banish spirits and demons and all this because he's so powerful.
With one clench of my sphincter, the demon is gone! Yeah.
He claims that drugs were not used. That's what he claims. I don't fucking believe that shit one bit.
Yeah, he was definitely a druggie.
But Julian had told him about the church that he was in. I keep calling it a church, but it's called a hidden church. It's not exactly a church. It's just a fraternity, really. An elite fraternity is all it is. It's bullshit.
Sigma
Chi. Like the Masons.
Yeah.
The Masons are like fraternity.
Yeah, the Golden Dawn, the Illuminati, the fucking...
Yes.
All that shit. They're just... It's all fraternity.
Yes. And Crawley eventually got to weasel his way into it and also found it boring. It was hype for nothing. Everything he joined was boring because I guess there wasn't enough mutilation and shit.
Yeah. Like, you guys, it's pretty brutal, huh? Yeah, it's horrible, right? And they're like, we said it's brutal, but it's like super chill.
He never progressed or, again, was liked by many of the members at all. Because he was the type to put others down to build himself up. And nobody really likes that.
Yeah. He's
all.
A little bitch.
He is not a good person. He is a bitch, but he's not a good person.
Alistair was a bitch.
Also, Bram Stoker. I didn't mean that.
Right to the
Bram Stoker was a member. Shut up. No, everybody in this fraternity frowned on homosexuality and butt stuff and all that. So they say.
Including the Grim Stroker.
Bram Stoker was a member of this. It was like, what was it? The Golden Dog? I know I'm saying
Dawn.
The Golden Dawn.
Yes. The Golden Dog.
I keep saying it
wrong.
Dog. I even wrote it wrong.
The Downward Dog. The Fraternal Order of Downward Dogs.
But nobody in this fraternity even liked this poetry. They couldn't stand it. I mean, he wouldn't get an editor. He wouldn't get anybody to help him. And it all just fucking sucked. It was fucking garbage shit. Every bit of it. Always.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the poem we picked out today.
I mean, there's none any better at all. But, so Crawley's grown.
Yeah, growing.
And he's renting a really elaborate apartment. And he signed his name as Count Vladimir and went around the entire town speaking to people in Russian accents.
Because he's a nerd.
That's what he did. He spent his free time doing that. Just talking to people in this stupid Russian accent that he was probably really bad at.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a Russian. Haha.
He probably sounds more like, but he can't say his R's, so what's he going to do?
I am Russian.
He can't. I'm sure he couldn't roll his R's if he can't say his R's. But he invited. How would you say it like that? Like I wish there was a recording just so we could fucking laugh at it. That would be fucking perfect. But he invited his friend Bennett, who was a part of his same fraternity, to come and live with him. So again, lots of butt sex rituals.
Yeah. Unlocking that keyhole.
Bennett introduced Crawley to drugs to help with the magic. I'm sure Crawley was doing drugs this whole time anyway.
I think they were called anal nitrates.
Yes, maybe. But Bennett had like all kinds of fucking shit wrong with him, and one of them was asthma. So they had prescribed opium to him because of asthma.
Oh shit!
Like modern medicine now, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. You have to take an extremely heavier opiate like Oxycontin or.
Yeah. But something that Bennett was okay with Crawley doing was keeping a skeleton in his cabinet and like constantly feeding it blood and cum and everything else that you can think of, like trying to nurse the skeleton back to health to be alive again, which never fucking worked, of course.
I got this from Spirit, yo.
Stinky shit. I'm sure his house smelled like fucking the worst.
I'm sure it smelled like onions and farts.
Like absolute dead rats,
And
everything. He probably
fucking,
had roaches.
Yeah.
Like he was probably like the worst hoarder
I'm going to
ever.
feed this skeleton until it comes back to life. Thanks, Spirit. Halloween.
Well, he had no discipline and no patience when it came to magic or anything that he was doing, and he was just going rampant, doing all these dumbass shit with the worst everything. And he was drinking, and he also became under investigation for homosexuality. So his roommate left, and he had to move, and he moved to Scotland.
And that's like a shocker because, you know, that he was under investigation for homosexuality. So, like, there's cops outside of his house with, like, little homo meters. Like,
This was in 1999
a lot of gay out here.
when he had to move to Scotland. That was a lot, yeah.
It's 1899.
18? What? Ah, fuck, I wrote it wrong. No, he's time traveling.
This is in 1999. Aleister Crowley was just alive
You looked
a
at
few
me like,
years
what?
ago.
You looked confused as fuck for a second.
1999.
I'm surprised you
Hold
didn't
on,
believe
math it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Jesus, Aleister just passed away.
He did. He just passed away. Rest in peace, you fucking fuck.
Rest in peace.
So in Scotland, after he died, like decades after he died, the people of the area blamed him for the Loch Ness Monster. They thought he had summoned it somehow, even though he was dead. Like, there was so much shit that he had these people afraid of. So much bullshit.
That's just badass.
Like, how? Like, or were they stupid?
Shit, but
Were they dumb?
They
Not
seem dumb.
every one of them could have been dumb.
I mean, clearly. It's
I
a
don't
different
know.
time. A lot of people were way more gullible because there wasn't, like, mass
No,
communication.
it doesn't make any sense because when people tell us anything, it's okay, we're going to agree with you, but I don't believe shit that comes out of your mouth.
Like, we now are so skeptical a lot of us. Some people just watch the news and go, yep, that's what happened.
But when Crowley was alive, this is before he died, obviously, he would take credit for local deaths. Like, he had purchased something at the local butcher, and the change that he used, he wrote different demons' names down and different shit like that, or so he claimed. And the butcher died after he did that, and he had everybody convinced that he did that. He caused the butcher to die. Like, what
Even
the
though,
fuck?
like, he may have not written anything on the change.
He probably
It's
didn't
just
do anything.
The butcher died, and he was like, oh, it's probably because I was in there the other day, and I wrote a couple demons' names on some change, and, silly me, I killed the butcher. My bad.
Yes.
My bad.
And when it came to his butt sex rituals, he called that partaking in cakes of light. Yeah.
Cakes?
Cakes. Cakes of light.
That's where you get your cakes thing from.
No, that is not.
Give me some of that cake of light.
No. It was a very important part of his thalamic rite. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but yeah. So, cakes of light were male semen.
Give me that cake.
Yes, everybody had to ingest male semen to be a part of this.
That is so fun.
He had convinced an entire commune to do this. Children, too.
Jesus Christ.
Like, this fucking piece of shit. I fucking hate him so much.
Don't
It's
you
so
mean
nasty.
the great B666?
A few of the people that escaped his commune went on to tell all sorts of fucking heinous shit that he did. One of them being that he forced them to ingest or drink cat's blood or mutilate themselves when speaking in first person because it's not very communal. It's not very enlightening for them to do that because they're supposed to be more collective of a people. What the fuck?
So Aleister was like, do as you will, be the one thing. And then all of his followers were like, hey, come on.
Yes.
I know I refer to myself to Aleister every time I say Aleister, even though I'm talking about Aleister while I talk about Aleister. But you need to say we.
Yes. And for so long, he was able to convince the public and, the authorities, not the public, that everybody that had escaped and was saying these things were lying. And finally, the press got a hold of it, and it became this big fucking show. Everybody was talking about it. And he was expelled from Scotland. So, He was
Get
also,
out of Scotland.
I think he went to Italy and was also expelled from Italy and all kinds of shit. But yeah.
The international kicked out of the fucking state, fucking continent.
Yes.
Traveler.
Yes. But when Crowley was older and was in a terrible physical state, it was said that his doctor refused to give him morphine because he thought he was, abusing it and different things like that. So Crowley said that he cursed the man and 24 hours later he died. He actually did die, but now everybody's believing that he killed the doctor, and he's like really old man, and everybody's like, oh my god, this guy's he's a fucking witch.
I got that motherfucker.
Yes.
So they gave me my opium.
Mm-hmm. But he was initiated into the elite occult group, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. That's what it was called, and that was in 1889. Not 19.
Yeah,
18.
he was in that in 1899.
And he
but
was
in
23.
1999, he was doing some stupid shit.
But this group was founded by the Masons, which is fucking stupid to me because I don't think the Masons actually believe in all that shit.
It's
I didn't
back
think
and
so.
forth. It's back and forth.
Yeah. But he bullied everyone and never progressed. So I think that's more like cop mentality in a way. A lot of different cops. They were pretty much bullied in school and they became that to outgrow that stigma.
Yeah, I'd say anybody that grows up to be a bully is it's like that circle of bully.
The creator of Sherlock Holmes, his name was Sir Arthur
Conan Doyle.
Conan Doyle, yes, was a member of this group.
Nice.
Which, no, it's not nice. Like, he must have been a piece of shit, too.
Yeah, I mean...
He also became an active and prominent member of the Ordo Templi of Orneus, or whatever you fucking say. And also, I think he was kicked out of that, too. He never progressed in any group he joined, ever, because everybody fucking hated him. What a piece of shit.
What a piece of shit. You've got like a fucking whole entire fucking...
Oh, I'm almost done. There's like, this is it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
This is almost pretty much it. Oh, you ready for me to be done?
I mean, we're talking about the biggest piece, one of the biggest pieces of shit in history.
I eventually
really.
quit mid-sentence down here.
Oh,
so,
really?
Because I was like, I
fuck
can't
it.
stomach him anymore. I fucking couldn't. But I already got this written down, so I figured I'd read this.
Okay.
I didn't know about all this other shit until I got to the end. I was reading it from my phone and all this other... I'm like, oh my fucking god, he's worse than I imagined. I'm not even going to say the rest of
I
this.
told you.
Yeah. So... I fucking hate myself
when she
right now.
first wrote this poem down and decided to do a little bit of diving into it, I was like, Crowley was a piece of shit. Just heads up. He was a fucking piece of shit.
Like, while I'm reading this, I keep mentally stopping myself. Like, I just wish I could dig him up and just fucking tear his bones apart. I don't even know where he's buried. I didn't even get that far. I don't know where. I'm fucking done. But a British earl hired Crowley to protect him from his evil mother, which this guy thought his mother was putting hexes and curses on him, and she was pretty much like a witch or whatever, which was not true. This guy would just drink heavily and was stupid and rich and dumb. But his name was George Montagu Bennett, the 7th Earl of Tankersville. Like, that's his entire fucking, that's his actual title he goes by.
I'm the 7th Earl of Tankersville.
And what did Crowley the Little Witch do? Gave him a talisman, tarot readings, and a vacation where he forcibly dried him out from drugs. And he used the Thelema rituals, and butt sex on him.
Butt sex, that's their ritual.
Yes, that was the main
We're going
way
to get you
to
better.
fix him.
Come here.
Yes.
Hop in. Water's fine.
Like, okay, so Crowley, for attention, staged his own death. He had the help from somebody. I don't even give a fuck about his name. Like, if you help this guy out, you can fucking die. But he faked his own death by falling off of a cliff and leaving a suicide note. I don't know what he threw down the cliff that looked like him, but whatever.
Look at that.
Yes.
Looks just like me. It's probably like a horse or
Oh,
something.
he was kicked out of India pretty much
Jesus
for
Christ.
shooting someone who he claimed was mugging him. So, yeah. Bullshit. I think it was absolute bullshit. But, he claimed that going 48 hours without sex dulled his mind, And he was constantly fucking prostitutes and everything else, and eventually caught syphilis and gonorrhea from, all of that.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That will. Yep. Something else he believed in his delusional mind was that he was the Pope in a past life, and he translated the Tao Te Ching, which is, with all the shit that he read and believed in and not followed, it fucking pisses me off. Like, this is supposed to be the way of the universe, and like this nature, this balance of nature and animals and whatever, but he's torturing people and animals.
Yeah.
Like, what a fucking bullshit guy. I hate him so much. I do.
And that's where she made it to.
Yeah, pretty much. But his commune was called the Argentinium Astrium, the AA.
The AA,
Yes.
Alcoholics Anonymous.
This scummy piece of shit person.
So that has been Grimm's.
He put me off. I was going to talk shit about him. Whatever, I'm done.
Yeah, wow. If you were a fan of Aleister Crowley, we are sorry. Hopefully
I'm not
you're
sorry.
Not anymore.
I hope you're
He's a
not.
dork.
Like, really, delve into his shit. This is some fucking terrible, terrible shit he was into.
So yeah, that's been this episode of Rotten Mornings. Hope you enjoyed
Yes.
everything. Join us next week with our next episode of Morning
Like,
Friends
this
with
guy
Rotten.
would do his rites and his rituals on children, some of them even being his own that
Yeah,
he had
he's a
raised
piece
and
of
everything.
shit.
He's a piece of fucking
Aleister
shit.
Crowley, piece of shit.
Hate you!
So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed us slamming Aleister Crowley.
Yes.
Join us in the future and stay
Yes,
rotten.
I will pick a better person.
Hopefully.
I will.
Stay rotten.
Stay rotten.